So you're just in time for another. Oh my God, I just noticed this. The poor souls in the sweatshops who sewed my hooker gloves made all the fingertips square. I guess they think people have square fingertips. Oh God. All right. I think I need better gloves. Okay. So you're just in time for another eBay unboxing antique item. I saw this item. I watched it. I spied it with my little eye for 7 days. And I hate that. I hate the waiting period, if you know what I mean. That waiting period is just awful because you're not knowing whether anybody else is going to bid on the item. And you don't want anybody else to bid on the item because then it'll cost you more money or you might not be able to afford it. But the person put this in such a terrible category, did not describe it correctly, and I was the only one that saw it. Won it for $39.99, and it's a good price unless we get something that's not as good as the pictures foretold. And let us find out. Opie, come on, damn it. I'm trying to slash this sucker. And I am not good with knife work. As you can tell, I was never cut out to be a serial killer. All right, let's go. And, oh, okay, this is actually bigger than I thought it is. And, wow, what do we got here? What do we got? All right, hold on. And, oh, it's getting stuck to my square-tipped hooker gloves. My God, they really sewed this like shit. Okay, I could probably do a better sewing job, and I can't even sew on a button. All right, so let's check this out. Actually, let's check it out in better lighting, if we can. Hold on. Oh, no. No, I think we can actually... Hold on. Let's move the camera where there's no glare, for God's sakes. My goodness. And there's my little treasure box. I like to show off other things. Okay, here we go. So we have this lady, right? She's a Renaissance lady, but how old is the brooch? Now, there's a lot of imposters out there. Victorian Revival imposters. And you have to be very careful because you might get duped into thinking something is antique when it's not. So let's do the old flip test. And okay, so what are the clues that we have? How old is this? Okay, so we have a T-bar hinge, Victorian. We have a C-shaped clasp. Okay, now we know it's Victorian. How old? I'm going to guess that this was made in the late 1870s, early 1880s. Now, how did I come up with that? Well, also, the pin juts out past the point of the pin. Oh, it's got my square tip. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous and retarded? Whoever sewed these gloves, wow. Okay, so you got the pinpoint jutting out past the brooch. Yes, definitely Victorian. And how did I establish that this is from the 1870s to the 1880s? Well, I'll tell you how. Okay, I could tell because we have an artist by the name of Wilhelm Menzler. This is a Wilhelm Menzler painting. And he made these paintings of these Renaissance ladies at around the 1870s, like 1875 through the 1880s and as late as like the 1890s. But this particular image was from his 1875 series of Renaissance ladies. And why do I like this artist so much? That's why I wanted the pin so bad. Because I have an original Wilhelm Menzler painting. Yes, I do. And I found it on eBay for $25. Somebody thought it was a print. It's actually an oil painting on board. And I hit the jackpot that day. I got it professionally appraised for $2,000 to $3,000. Not bad for a $25 purchase. So let's check out Wilhelm Menzler's ladies and how and why I wanted this pin so bad, because I'm a big fan of that artist. So here are some of his works of arts, and you can see this lady to the right, very, very Renaissance. He also did very, very beautiful, like Victorian type of ladies, very Art Nouveau in style. He did really great impressionistic work. Here's another one of his Renaissance ladies, and this is pretty cool. Here we go, and as you can see, hold on, we have a very, very, very similar type of image right here. And let's keep going and check out Wilhelm Menzler. We might even find my painting on here. Let's see, can we find it? I know, oh, here it is. This is my painting, and it was professionally appraised. And let's go into it and check it out. And that's why I wanted it so bad. So here we go. This was appraised. I paid to have it appraised. And this is my painting. And look at that. And it's actually, somebody thought it was a print, but it's on actual board. And it's a wood board. And it was hand painted. And here we go with that Renaissance type lady. Okay, there we go. And so here, I'll show you a couple more pictures of my painting, which I'm highly, highly, highly proud of for finding that for $25 in the original wooden gilded frame. And you can see, look at the wood grain, and this was hand painted. I can't believe someone thought this was a print. That was like an amazing score for me. And it even had the gallery label on the back. It is hand signed on the front. And there we go. There's his signature. You can see the splatters of paint on it. So this is no print. And what did it appraise at? Let's go ahead and check it out. And fair market value, $2,000 to $3,000. They actually told me to contact Sotheby's auction house, and they think it might be worth a lot more than $2,000 to $3,000. But they said Sotheby's or Christie's actually, and so I'm like really overjoyed by that purchase. So now I had to add more to the collection of Wilhelm Menzler and inspired ladies. Okay, so Wilhelm Menzler was so important that a lot of porcelain companies, and especially this brooch, was done in miniature on portrait. Is a miniature porcelain portrait. So many companies and porcelain manufacturers actually used his images on their porcelain. Here we go. This is a plate, a cabinet plate after Wilhelm Menzler. And here's a porcelain plaque after Wilhelm Menzler. Another one, hand-painted porcelain. Here's another Wilhelm Menzler Vienna, Austria porcelain portrait plate of one of his ladies. And yet another one. And here we go, another one with a cabinet plate. So as you can see, his images were actually inspired many, many companies, even such as KPM, porcelain manufacturer in Germany. And his portraits go for a hell of a lot of money. Well, KPM's does. Any porcelain plaque on, porcelain by KPM sells for big bucks. These are actually cheap. I'm very surprised. Some of them are KPM inspired. They're antiques, but they're KPM in style. But you can see the many, many different porcelain pieces that were actually sold with his type of images on it, like this one. And yet, here are other examples of Wilhelm Menzler pieces you'll find, like these cabinet plates with these beautiful gilded metal frames and even jewelry. So what do I value this brooch convertible pin and pendant? Yeah, that's pretty cool that it's actually a pendant as well. Well, I did a gold test. It turns out it's 10K gold. Yep, 10K gold. I'm very, very, very shocked. I would not sell this if I had it in my Etsy shop for less than, and go ahead, the drum roll please. I would not sell this for less than $400 to $500. If I was to sell it on Fleabay, it would be a way different story. I could probably only get about $150 to $200 out of it. But if I had it in my Etsy shop where celebrities and rich people used to purchase from me, oh yeah, I can get that price all day long without even batting an eyelash. And so I did good. What did I pay for it? $39.99. Another score. And I don't really score as much as I'd like to. Look at this gold gilded paint. Look at that. Do you see that? Her necklace? Yeah, this is hand painted. Very, very beautiful. And I wonder now, Wilhelm Menzler not only painted on canvas and wood, I wonder if he actually painted for some of the porcelain manufacturers in Germany and Austria and in France. He may have actually painted this actual little porcelain miniature portrait plaque himself as well, although it is unsigned. You never know. It looks very, very good. It looks like exactly like as if he painted it himself, but we'll never know. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you all learned something, and I hope you will become a fan of this artist now, because his works are getting harder and harder to find, especially in jewelry pieces. They're highly coveted and sought after. Thanks for watching, and see you guys all soon with the next antique eBay unboxing. And hope it comes soon. I just can't get enough. I'm like a shopaholic. I can't help it, guys. I need to be rich. That's what I need to be, so I can just keep buying stuff all day long.